Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name's Sipsky, your host. Now, what do you do if you have a broken DVD player like this one here? Now, this is a special model. This is the one, I don't know how many years ago that was made. The name is Super, probably a generic name, wouldn't say Super, DVD 903H, probably made in China. But the key here is that it can play DVD, it can play VCD. You remember VCD? That was back in those days, with 360p resolution, or even less, I think. MP3, and of course they can read CDRs and CDRW. Okay, so this is a special type of DVD player that could pretty much play a lot of files. Now, it was broken. As you can see, I took apart the circuits for the DVD. It was like there's some kind of plastic that was worn out. It broke, and when it spun, it was causing the DVDs or CDs to kind of jump out, and so it's not repairable. Pretty much you have to replace the whole CDs, and it's not worth it. One of these now costs around less than $50. But I didn't want to waste it. Initially, I was actually going to take it apart, everything, and then use it as a circuit. As you can see in the last video that I made, circuit boards wise, I can put it on the wall, and if there's certain parts I need to take, I can take it out. But for this one, it was a little bit different. The reason for that is because if you look at the inside, I noticed that it looked very similar to the computer, okay, the desktop computer. It has the flat connector, and it has this special power connector to DVD, and that's very similar to my desktop. So I thought, why don't I hook up a DVD player like this one here, this is from a desktop, to this and see if it works. Will it work? Let's talk about it. All right, so I decided to take a DVD or CD player. Now, it doesn't matter what type of model you have. For example, I suspect that it has to be more current, like 2002 and above. I tested on my 2002 DVD and CD players, and it seemed to work really well. The 1996 version of CD readers and all that doesn't work, okay? But a more current one, like 2002, I know current is relative, right? 2002 is still 20 years old. But anyway, yeah, so 2002 and above, it seems like it works. So what I did was, as you can see here, let me just show you quickly before I connect it together. As you can see at the back of your DVD or CD player, so you have this connector at the back here. This is the flat connector that communicate with the integrated circuit and the DVD player. So you want to connect that into here. And then there's just a power connector here, okay? So this one also has that as well, this DVD player, so you have that. So you connect that. So the most important thing is that when you're doing it, make sure that you switch. There's this 3-prong, okay? 1, 2, 3, the 3 pairs of prong. What you want to do is you want to put it on the master driver. So you want to place a, if you don't know, you can see there, on that, okay? MA, they call it MA, master drive. Okay, because if you put it on one of them is a slave drive, and I can't remember the other one, and then there's one that's a master drive. So make sure you put on the pin that is master drive here. Okay, when you do that, and then you plug it all in, let me show you right now. First, I put in the power, as you can see there. Okay, just like if you ever done a desktop build, it does connect very easily together, and then you can see the flat connector that communicate with the DVD and the integrated circuits is in there. And now, we're ready to go. Okay, let me just show you right now. Now, of course, I'm going to connect it to my speakers. Okay, let me set it up. Okay, so that's connected. And let me see if I could show you. So I'll input the headphone jack to this speaker like that. Okay. Okay, as you can see, ready to go. And then I just turn it on. And notice it's reading my DVD reader writer. Okay, this is from the desktop. Remember that. It's connected. So I knew that I wasn't sure that this will work, but for some reason the way it was connected is very similar to the desktop computers. I thought it should work. Okay, I mean at least a basic function, like for example, reject here button. and open. Should work. Watch this. There we go. See, it worked. Now, it only works with just press button to play, and that's about it. And then of course close and open. It cannot go forward or backward. And the reason for that is the program inside the circuit doesn't really communicate with the DVD player. But that's okay for me, because what I would do is I'll burn the music onto a CDs, okay, or DVDs, and it's MP3 files. On a CDs, I think you can burn up to 180 songs. On a DVD, I think it's like almost 800 MP3s, right? On a single DVDs, by the way. And you put it in here, and it's gonna be played. So for example, let me just play a song for you. See? See, it's playing now. There we go. You see that? You just turn it up. See that? So it's working, and you can pause it, and you can play it, and you can stop it, and you can play it again, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, so if you want, like if you have a lot of song on a DVD or CDs, and you burn on that CDs or DVD, you can let it play on for, you know, if it's 180 song, it will last you for at least 10 hours. If it's 800 song, it will last you for days. And so you don't have to touch this unit. So for just let it play, it will work. There we go. Now you have this DVD player that doesn't work, but if you hook up to the desktop DVD player, both together, it works. Assuming, of course, that you know the circuit inside the DVD player. If it's very similar to a desktop computer, then it definitely should work. I end up recycling or reusing this DVD player. I didn't have to throw it away. And also this DVD player that I have for my desktop, I just collected over the years, and thinking about maybe I could take it apart, but I don't need to anymore. Actually, it works really well. And I would then use it for my other desktop computers. Now, while it's in the building stage, we can still use it to play music on this broken DVD player. So there we go. You can see that everything can be used if you know how to use it properly. Don't throw anything away, especially it can be used in a way that you can connect to other devices, and it works really well. As you can see in my other videos that I had, I actually use broken speakers, connect it together, and I get a really good speaker that runs on lithium batteries. So I have all these DIY videos that you take things that you're going to throw away, but you end up using it. It's quite sad that we have all these technology and we're just throwing it away without realizing that some of them are actually quite useful. Okay, so let me show you other things that I have done in the past. As you can see here, we have a speaker that was, you know, broken. I ended up modifying it so I can hook up to a lithium battery. Now it works really well, as you can see here. So it runs on a 7.4 volt lithium battery. So now this is a portable speaker. Excellent system still. Here's another one that I had about 20 years ago. I left it outside, you know, it was kind of broken, but then I took it apart and I realized that the amplifier still works really well. So I hook up a 2-speaker system into here, and now it works really well. Now the bass is not that great, but in terms of sound, the high quality sound is still good. The bass is not as great, but still I would like to use that, so I end up keeping them. And also this actually runs on a lithium or lead acid battery. You can see there's these 2 clippers that you can use. So you can see all these devices, if you know what you're doing, you can actually reuse them. So if I would say do this with your kids, take things apart. Now make sure you know what you're doing, of course, and being able to then assemble it together, change it into something else, or make it even better, which I actually end up doing, making it run on things that is not possible before. Now all my speaker can now run on lithium batteries or lead acid batteries, so it's very portable. Previously, you have to plug it in, you know, on the outlet. But you know, let's say you'll go camping. Here we have these technology which is now modified, enhanced, and now it works much better. Next time we'll do more DIY stuff. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.